Good morning, everybody. Orin J here with another War of the Visions video, and we're going to do our previews for this upcoming Wednesday today, and I'm going to switch it up just a little bit. I've been making some like 20-minute plus videos, and I have felt like those are a little long. Some other people have pointed out, hey, maybe split up the videos a little bit, so I'm going to attempt that today. I'm going to release 2 videos instead of just one and go for like 8 to 10 minutes. Anyway, look, notice how I'm making this one longer by explaining that I'm going to do that, and then making it even longer by explaining that I'm explaining. Anyway, let's go ahead. We're going to do Raph first. So Raph's going to be the first video here. She's the big ticket item coming out this week, and her Vision Card Esper combo comes out next week. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on there, but she is definitely a good enough unit to warrant her own kind of preview video. Let's run it. Here she is. She's a 100 cost dark unit, Crystal Warrior Dark, obviously her own new job. Her TMR is an accessory with 3 agility on it. I always look for that. 3 agility accessory, that's kind of nice. The buff is increase max HP 25% and heal that much, and then jump +1 for 3 turns. The jump +1 makes this kind of interesting, but overall, I think this is not one of the better TMRs in the game. The 3 agility is nice. The HP buff for a tank is nice as well. Still, I think there's probably better tanking options out there for almost every player. Now, her master ability, she's got the dark group buff. She gets 5 AoE resist, nothing to shake your head at right there, and then 5 initial aggro. That's really important for both pulling aggro from the enemy and pulling your team's units to her so she receives your buffs. You actually cannot take that off. She's going to have base aggro 5 no matter what you do. Now, her dream ability, she picks up a really big 10 single target resist. So you can already see how you're stacking both of the, I'll say current biggest resists in this game, single and AoE resist. She's got both of them working there. She gets 10 crit evade and then an upgrade to her skill, which is strike. If we were to go check out her kit, which of course we're going to do, her support skill. Now, her first one that gets the upgrade is HP 12%, 5 more aggro, which is really not insignificant. A base 5 aggro, if you only have 5 hate, that is 2 attacks from the enemy. So if you only bring in 5 hate and you get attacked by 2 different enemies, now it's all up in the air. You double that to 5, or you double that to 10, it is now 5 attacks, I believe, or it's at least 4. I think it's 5. It's a lot more. It's a lot more. It's better to have 10 than 5. Okay, then she has Scholar's Knowledge if you want to stack some more defense and give her some accuracy. She has Witch of Darkness as her second new one, and I like this. Jump +1 and agility 12%. Jump +1, you never think you need jump until you need jump +1. And when you need it, it's so nice to be able to, like, I'm just going to go to a support ability, throw it on, and let it ride. Okay, after that, you do have the Spell Blade, Magic Resist, Light Resist. Definitely not bad for her being a tank. And then you have Activation Time Down. I think you're always going to run her first one here, and then I think you just mix it up. I think a lot of people will run both of her new ones all of the time, or if you want Light Resist or more defense, you can mix and match. Okay. Reaction abilities, Dark Shield, a 100% counter to slash only damage that reduces it by 20%. So essentially, if she's getting attacked by slashing attacks, she will take 20% less damage. There is the factor of, is the enemy running reaction down trust stones or getting a buff that reduces counter chance? So if you equip this and you get slashed and you're like, wait a second, I have a 100% chance, it's not actually 100 if the enemy is kind of countering it, but it is still much higher than like somebody just negating your 30 or something like that. So I do think this is pretty good. You do have counter spell or a 20% chance to reduce magic damage by 45%. I think Dark Shield's the way to go. It's not top tier, but it is good. Okay, let's move on here. Her main job, her brand new job to the game. You have Black. You made this as a 6 cast cheat move, 121% damage, and increases her healing power by 20 for 3 turns. You have Protection of Darkness. This is a single buff. When conditions are met, HP recovery for self. Huge on a tank. Huge on tank. We've all fought against Snow. We've all fought against these units that, like, you're beating them up, and then you pop their courage, and they not only don't die, they heal themselves. And she obviously has ways of boosting her healing power. She's going to heal really hard. And then debuff effect weakening 50. What that means is debuffs on her will only hit half as hard. So there you go. Then you have Legato right here. This is a big area, shortish range, and like for some reason I can't click on it. Let me see if I can refresh the page and get this to work. It was kind of bugging out on me. Can I open this yet? Nope. Okay, yes I can. Yes I can. No, I can't. Oh, it is what it is. Okay, so this is a short range but big AoE diamond attack. It's a 2-hit 3-use move. It decreases the defense and spirit of the targets by 20 and decreases their attack and magic by 30% while doing 165% damage. A very good move on a tank. And keep in mind, when you're talking about tanks, you don't want your tanks to have really long range attacks most of the time. You want them buffing up, getting as strong as they can, and then getting in the face of the enemy. So if you're running some like ranged units with her, let your support get a little gap between you and the tank. You know what I mean? So the short range there's actually a nice thing. She has a skill with a really cool name called Liberation from Life. It dispels shell, it dispels courage, and does 185% damage. Single target, again, can't open these squares like I usually do for some reason today. Weird. Then she has Wall of Light and Darkness that gets upgraded to Immortal Wall. Here we go. This is a 50% damage shield for both physical and magic, 3 times for herself. Light resist 15, dark resist 15, 200% chance to auto revive, and when you revive, automatically cast another skill, range attack resistance up after re-raise for self. So she's not only going to come back to life, she's going to heal when she does, based on if this is up, protection from darkness, she's going to be, this is a great buff is what I'm trying to say. Immortal Wall, this is one of the reasons why Raph is so considered top tier. She's going to heal for a ton after she comes back from her re-raise. You're going to be able to need to knock re-raise off of her in a lot of situations. Witch's Strike is dark resistance down for the target with 165% damage. It gets upgraded to also be a 100% hit move, again at that short to medium range. Her sub-job, Crystal Warrior Dark. There is a dooming move right here. It's a small AoE, medium range, 185% modifier, chance of inflicting doom. And then she has a small heal around herself for allies. You're definitely not going to want to run that. Like, I don't think the AI is going to use it anyway. But you know what you really don't want your tank doing in the middle of a fight? Being like, oh, team, I'm hurt and you're kind of hurt. Let's have a big hug and heal a little bit, and then we'll feel better, and then the enemy's like slapping you dead with AoEs. Okay, she has Scholar sub. Scholar, obviously good for a little defense buffing if you want that action. And don't sleep on Falling Rock Sucking Method, aka Law of Geoabsorption in Global. Really good move for Raph because she has healing up, and this is a big AoE attack that heals her. That is useful on a tank. That's real useful on a tank. Spellblade, why would you run Spellblade? You do have access to some more like magic resist and spirit if you want that, and light killer if you want that. Her limit break, again, as short of range as you can have for the diamond shape move, with 200% damage modifier and extends elemental chain by 1 turn for targets. Not the greatest thing in the world for her, but a really good thing considering she could be used for AoE, or I'm sorry, for PvE chaining teams. She has access, if you have it, to the vision card that would give her a 3-hit move. She has ways of debuffing enemies, so you could use her for like 3-hit chaining, and then in a fight, if the enemy was going to like take a turn and reset all your chains, you could hit them with Raph's limit break, and that would extend your elemental chaining on them for a while, which, you know, I've used that with Glassy in the past, Flagbearer Glassy, because she has that too. It's pretty powerful. Now, next week, I'll talk a lot more about the vision card Esper. The TLDR this week is, if you're playing her, I think this is a maybe, and I think this is better than a maybe. But I will talk a whole lot more about this next week. You don't need to worry about that this week, but probably plan, look, if you pull a new premium unit, and they come with a vision card Esper, it's probably a good idea. I'll save that video for next week. Light of Dawn, she does come with this new weapon. So this has 172 magic on the magic version, and low-key, even if you're skipping Raph, maces in this game get power crept by this. Like, the nice thing about this kind of power creep is it's farmable by everybody. This mace is OP. 172 magic for green mages, arithmeticians, or I'm sorry, clerics, arithmeticians, Queen Macherie, and Raph, however I've been saying it. You get magic attack resist pin 20, you get AoE resist 8, and healing power up 15. My goodness, my regular Macherie on my alt account's gonna love this. It's just an insanely good mace. It's an insanely good mace. So I think this is something you're gonna wanna build several of no matter what, even if you're not pulling for our girl, Raph dropping this week. Okay, that's Raph's video. We kept this to just at about 10 minutes, so mission accomplished there. I'm gonna start, I'm thinking about doing a video where I compare her to Summer Glassy, who's coming out, another big time tank. I'm gonna I have to look at Glassy a little bit more before I'm ready to do that video, but I think it's an interesting thought because we don't know when summer is going to drop. So it could be as early as next week when Raph's vision card drops. It could be in a month. It's probably going to be before the servers align. Who knows at this point? But if you only have enough biz for one thing and you're kind of in between Summer Glassy, who's looking like a really good tank, or Raph, I will get that video made as soon as I can, probably by like Wednesday. So look forward to that. And then guys, I'm just going to keep harping on this as much as I can while we're in this like transition period. The game's really weird right now. This accelerated pace, if it is stressing you out, just take a deep breath and know that it's gone in a few months. It will go away. The game will return to some sense of normalcy. We don't know what that normalcy looks like yet. Speculate all you want. You don't know. Nobody knows. And so just like if your plan is to stay strong, continue to stay strong. Don't let this accelerated schedule put extra pressure on you to spend money you don't have or pull things you don't need. You can spend a week farming for Light of Dawn, the mace, because it's, or the mace, because it's really good. And your account just got better in that way. Raffle rerun. She's limited only in the sense that like you're going to have to wait for a Warrior of Darkness banners to come back again. You can skip her and get her later. So just a couple things to keep in mind. Enjoy your playing of the game and have a good one, everybody. I'll catch you next time. Peace.